Well, I don't think it's done anything good. If I may just reflect on it for a moment, it's made our country weaker, poorer, and that is emphatically not in the interest of our country. The world saw us as a member of the European Union. It was a megaphone to magnify our power in the world. So instead, we are isolated and outside.
Did it have to be thus? I mean, could Brexit not have, if delivered in a different way, could it not have fulfilled the promise of those who advocated it, which is that it would make us richer and more free?
But it's done exactly the reverse, hasn't it? What has happened to all the benefits of Brexit that we heard about?
Well, maybe they're yet to come.
Well, I don't recall people saying during the election campaign, in 10 or 15 years' time, maybe 20, we'll have some benefits of Brexit.
But do you not grant that there could be?
No, stop a minute. It was going to be milk and honey straight away. And it wasn't milk and honey. And Brexit was sold to the nation on the basis of things that haven't happened and couldn't have happened. There was a great degree of misapplication of reality, if I can put it in that delicate way.
Do you mean lies?
That's another...
Hi everyone, I think there are several reasons why figures like Boris Johnson and Jacob Rees-Mogg have such disdain for John Major. It might be his compassion, his moderate political stance, or his integrity, but perhaps the biggest reason is that he's not one of them. John Major came from a lower middle class background and that sets him apart. Of course, Major also disagreed with Johnson and Rees-Mogg on Brexit. And he tore apart the flawed logic behind it in a recent BBC interview. The interviewer asked whether Brexit could have been delivered in a way that fulfilled its promises, making the UK richer and more free. Major responded, well, that's the opposite of what has happened, hasn't it? Where are all the benefits we were promised? Major shot back, he says, I don't recall anyone saying during the campaign, give it 10 or 20 years and maybe we'll see the benefits. It was supposed to be milk and honey right away, but it wasn't. He also says, Brexit was sold to the nation on promises that couldn't be kept. There was a great deal of misapplication of reality. Well said, I think that is incredibly well said. Brexit was indeed based on lies, and lies like Nigel Farage and Boris Johnson perpetuated these lies. Johnson, with his show on LBC, would listen to people's concerns, whether it was about the NHS waiting lists or housing shortages, and claimed the solution was leaving the EU. Immigration too. Farage and Johnson promised that leaving the EU would reduce immigration. What has happened since then? The fundamental problem is the media's failure to hold these individuals accountable. While some journalists challenged them, the mainstream media mostly refused to properly scrutinise figures like Farage, Johnson or Michael Gove, allowing them to spread misinformation unchecked. Even after Brexit, these figures weren't shamed into silence. In fact, they were given more platforms. Now Farage is back, arguing that the UK needs to leave the European Convention on Human Rights to control immigration, and yet again, the media isn't challenging him. They're not asking how that would work or what it would mean for the Good Friday Agreement. A crucial element of the peace in Northern Ireland is tied to the Human Rights Act in the first place. Northern Ireland was an afterthought in the Brexit debate. Those of us who raised concerns about its impacts on Northern Ireland were ignored or shouted down, and now Farage and some Conservatives are pushing to leave the European Convention on Human Rights without even considering its applications for the Good Friday Agreement. We need more politicians like John Major, someone willing to call out the lies, the frauds and the crooks. Sadly, it seems we're a little too late for that now. But anyway, I've been Jake from Just Jake. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.
You actually made it to the end of the video. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, which, why haven't you already, is somewhere over there. And also, if you want to watch more videos, also check out over there. I've been Jake from Just Jake. See you later.